In a time before time, a piece of the timeline was cut, and the ends woven together. That piece still exists in its own smaller knot. It is a part of time apart from time that can slide along the timeline, making it a time machine. Those who board the time ship create their own time, weaving a new reality, changing the past. And one can write realities, both dark and bright, into existence. After stealing the time ship from the previous owners and writing them out of existence, the fools have traveled back to 1692, where they hope to find details on a secret concordant, a treaty made between three groups of mages that have bound the history of Boston since that time. Parallax, forced to awaken to a possible left-hand path, had traveled down a long and murderous road, but with his friend's help, he has regained his wisdom. Hannah, who can't remember their past, and now find themselves having written their own family out of existence. Mona, reality architect, and faithful to the God Machine. Ethyl Stubbs, the last descendant of the Ward line, and linchpin of reality, though she doesn't yet know it. Together with a stranger, Rex, and Parallax's newly married wife, Elora, these fools have traveled into adventure. They are running out of time. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We begin with the Cabal in 1692, having come out of the Salem Lake covered in freezing water. Sanjata, their strange undead companion, is frozen stiff but doesn't seem to mind. The others are using magic to keep themselves warm and comfortable. What's not comfortable is the fact that the back scar that Mona got in another world was just healed by May, someone who you had no idea had stowed away from your original timeline with you. When they healed Mona's back, what happened were these massive white angelic wings erupted from Mona's back. And Mona, as that happens, you experience a mind thing where it's just white, and I need you to roll a resolve plus composure check.
2 successes.
2 successes is enough to stay conscious through this white flash. And what you experience is the oneness with these wings. You have perfect control over them. You now have a flying speed. And here's a weird thing. You can also see out of the wings. When you look through the wings, there are like these eyes, which are invisible on the wings, but you can make them visible if you would like, all over the wings. And all of the eyes see into the God Machine and it's prime sight all the time. As long as these wings are out, you have prime sight active. And it also allows you to have a second mage sight active.
I can activate it.
You can activate a second one
at any time. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so normally you can just have one active, but now you can have two mage sights active.
Because I always have prime. Dope. I was like, I don't even know where to put in my character sheet. What are my flying stats?
You fly with a speed equal to your running speed, which is 5 plus your strength plus your dexterity, and you can just fly.
Cool.
So then May steps back from this wonderful, glorious human floating above you all with these luminous white wings and says, and that's after only having to have her killed twice.
What?
Come on down from there.
No, I'm gonna do some loopy loops actually.
Up into the sky. So you should be able to fly at a speed of 10. But if you'd like to, you can activate your forces magic and go at any speed you would like.
Yeah.
Okay, roll forces gnosis to determine how quick you can go. In the meantime, May says, you're on a journey now. Each of you are seeking something, but the thing that you seek is not your destination, and your destination is not determined yet. But you have the potential inside each one of you, and for a moment they linger on Ethyl as May is looking over the rest of you. And they're also not looking at Sanjata, like Sanjata is not a person.
Can I tell she does that? Knows?
Absolutely. You have a dot in insight, I assume?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can tell.
Okay, and I roll my eyes hard when she does.
Mm-hmm. The power to rival gods.
What do you mean Mona's been killed twice?
Well, you see, every time you've been killed inside these arcs of fate coinciding in the loop, your timeline is split, and one of you dies. It happened back with, what was that, Black Knight character? And then once more when you were in the gardens playing games with those tarot cards. Something about an axe, I believe.
How long have you been writing on my skin?
What are you talking about? I just got here. Do you want to roll an insight check? Because she's lying. She's absolutely lying. You have no idea when she came, but you could roll an insight check, and if you roll high, you might be able to figure something out.
Yeah. What is insight? Empathy?
Empathy, that's right. Empathy plus wits, probably, or I would let you roll subterfuge, but I don't think you have that.
No.
I
got one success. I know she's lying.
Yeah, you can never read May.
Yeah. You swoop in here, all mysterious and dropping all these big, you're doomed, you're destined. You turn Mona into an angel. That's not even like how is that even within the purview? You can't just keep coming in and being the mystical storyteller behind everything that's happening.
Fine. Whatever you would like. Anyhow, you brought me here. Shall I leave?
No. No. While you're here, you can be helpful. You're part of
helpful. Look, I unlocked your friend's potential.
How?
It was something always inside of them. It seems that it wanted to be let out. But You can see these things when you see with my eyes.
Can I? I don't have Prime. What?
How much experience do you have?
2.
Nope, don't have Prime. That's right.
But how did you do it? Is this some? I want to look at Mona with spirit eyeball, spirit sight. Is this some sort of spirit? It's definitely not. She's
There-
not part bird. There's something else. Like what? What did you do?
So there is absolutely a bunch of spirit activity here right now. There's a spirit of birth and rebirth. There is this massive like halo spirit around here of awe. And there is also like a natural spirit with some spirits of the animals which are bowing in deference to this spirit of awe. And there is also a spirit around Mona now that goes along with the wings. But you're not sure, it's not like it has May's nimbus around it. It didn't look like it was a spell that May cast, so much so that it was just a subtle altering of what was there. I freed something that was taken from this one, taken in another time. Every time you're split, you lose part of yourself. You lose part of who you are. And for you, you've only died once. The weakest of all of them. She looks around at everyone. Whereas you two, and turns and looks at Parallax and Ethyl. Think about how many times you've died, how many versions of yourself you've watered down. You are but a thin fragment of a soul. But that's just how it should be. Because how you make the finest Damascus steel is you pull it thin to a small, small layer, and then wrap another layer on top, building from the strongest elements, and that is what I have broken you into, your strongest forms.
Yeah, but I fail to see your reasoning because every time you die, a part of your soul gets split, right? The idea with reinforcing steel in your metaphor is that you basically layer it over itself with more steel, right?
No, there needs to be a reagent. And I must say that you all need a reagent as well. Your souls have been so badly fragmented that they need to be supplemented with something. Particularly you two.
Well, I mean, yeah, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of versions of me. So I can only imagine how many times I've died, or so you say.
To have 1,000th of a soul is a very dangerous place to be. I would not be so flippant.
I feel fine.
Same.
What we need to do is get another soul to fill you up. Now, any soul would do mediocrely, but if you could find an awakened soul and sever it and attach it to yourself, you could replace the missing parts of your soul, plus more, growing in strength. The soul is a powerful implement to wield, and I know how to do it.
Is that what you did with the Nemean? Just stole each other's souls?
Mona is going to fly down at this point, or just what are you doing up there in the clouds?
I got 4 successes
You're very
on my
fast.
fly skills.
Yeah, you're very impressive. There's birds up here, like what?
Yeah, I'm like doing a bunch of loop-de-loops. I'm doing a Ronsky feint. I'm doing all the types of maneuvers you could think of in the air. Yeah, I'll land around this time.
Are you gonna land all the way on the ground, or are you just gonna hover? Oh, definite.
I'll land.
Yeah. Do you want to put away the wings or just keep them out?
When you say put away, like fold them?
However you'd like to do it.
Yeah, I'll just like fold them closed on my back.
Yeah, you feel that you can make them disappear if you wanted to as well.
Ooh. Yeah, I probably should in case we run into any sleepers. I attempt to make them disappear.
Okay, as you do this, everyone gets a sharp feeling inside their mind. And would you like to spend a mana to reflexively activate any of your mage sites?
Totes. I'm gonna go life sight.
With life sight, you can see that Mona is alive. Mona seems to be healthy, strong, stronger even. And those wings, they're flesh and blood, but they're also made of magic. They are prime and life combined. It's like living energies willed into creation. Do you have any dots in occult?
Just one.
Okay, you could roll intelligence occult, maybe.
Two.
2 successes. You have heard that you can create life, but that life will not be truly alive. It will not have a soul, even as a master of life. It can simulate life very, very well, very accurately. It would behave just like a squirrel, that it would be indetectable. But one way that wizards get around this is instead of creating a actual living thing, they use magic to create it, basically willing nothingness into the form of an animal. And these wings are like that. But that's not what the mage site was about, because you hear a gasp behind you, and you all turn and see there's a tiny pilgrim boy in his pilgrim clothes with a basket full of, looks like berries, looking at all of you, particularly Mona, as the wings fold away. There's a moment where May immediately looks like she's going to turn her arms into bear claws and do something. Do any of you do anything first? Or stop May?
Rex can handle this. Rex. Calling Rex.
What do you expect me to do?
Do something with his brain?
Oh, there's no way. Not at this range. That kid
No.
starts running.
I'm going after the kid.
In beast form?
Not in beast form, just extra fast form.
Okay. Yeah. You know what dice pools to roll.
I'm gonna craft my body into its ultimate form. How many is that now?
And what does our master of time do?
I'm gonna sort of trot behind Hannah, and not at a super fast pace though, just sort of follow behind them. They're gonna catch up first, without a doubt. Maybe considering perhaps this child could be, how old is this kid? Maybe they could be persuaded.
They're like 8.
Yeah,
You think
maybe we can
persuaded?
convince them.
Yeah,
or something.
And Ethel, are you doing anything, or are you just watching this all happen?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he's just gonna think he saw an angel, which is like not a big deal in the grand scheme of things. But since everyone's so worried about it, can I use fate magic to lift a root and trip him?
Yep, that happens. Done. The kid goes down, and then suddenly the other 2 members of the cabal are there. And what are you doing? You have captured a kid. He didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, I got 6 successes, but I'm not going to Hulk out. I'm just going to be like lean and fast.
Yeah. You
So I'm
just do it. You're like there.
not
You just-
scary.
It
And I
would be a
kinda-
little scary. Are you still? Did you ever get dressed from the lake? 'Cause I'm pretty sure that you have these ripped muscles showing. You are scary. No, when you use magic like that and there's nothing concealing your body looks visibly different. It's like you are rippling with all of these muscles at this moment.
Oh yeah, my skin is still ripped. Like
Oh, and your
a
skin's
lot
ripped.
of places. Yeah.
Oh, you are actually a nightmare. And just before you reach the child, you have a chance to step back and let Parallax handle this.
Yeah, I'm gonna remember that, like, oh yeah. I'm like I'm like not wearing full clothes because they're probably like ripped in the explosion and my skin's all ripped and damaged and probably charred. I'm gonna stop and say like, make sure everything's for the good guys. He is chosen. I'm gonna say, don't kill him, May.
May looks at you begrudgingly.
I'm gonna read her surface thoughts as soon as I get a chance.
Okay, yeah, you can roll mind gnosis. That does cost you a mana, though, I think. And Parallax, what do?
Well, I'm gonna shoot my shot with this kid.
Great.
If they can be persuaded. I don't think I totally forget what my character could do in terms of lying. He does have some subterfuge, so I'm gonna like try not to be as non-intimidating as humanly possible. I'm just gonna like kneel down to him and be like, "You saw what you saw."
What? That's what you're starting with? All right, continue.
Oh, yeah. And it's gonna sound wild and alarming, but the second coming of Jesus Christ is upon us. But you know how the story of the Romans and how they crucified Jesus. So this has to stay a secret. You can tell no one. For God forbid.
Okay, all right,
They
there's
die.
2 things that are going to happen here. The first one is that you're going to roll a manipulation plus persuasion check. And then the second thing that's going to happen is you're going to roll a presence plus intimidation check.
All right, so I'll do so presence and persuasion, or manipulation persuasion first.
Yeah.
Right.
And I just want to remind all of the fate mages in this party that you can just magic your way through conversations if you want to, like, I don't know, get 8 agains. Lots of people in the party can just do that, including yourself.
That's true. Well, I'm just gonna go for it. All right. Oh yeah, it's looking pretty good. I got an 8 rolls for that first, or 4 successes for that manipulation persuasion roll, and there was presence intimidate, or
yeah, presence intimidation. You got 4 successes. Roll 4 more dice. So it would be presence intimidation plus 4. And this kid is not, a kid seems very susceptible.
Yeah, okay. Second roll, not so great. I only got 1 success on that one.
Okay. So he believes you about the second coming of Christ, but you're not sure that he's going to keep his mouth shut, because you now have a dot of empathy, and you know that this kid is absolutely going to talk about the second coming. And now you've got him all really like freaked out. But it's pretty easy to freak someone out when they've seen some of the things that this kid has seen.
Yeah, I'll take it. Second coming versus, magic. Yeah. You saw an angel. Cool.
Mm-hmm. You gonna just let him run?
Yeah.
Okay. He does. He runs away.
Oh man, I should have intimidated him and been like, this is what happens if you don't keep your mouth shut.
Do you want to rise over the hill and groan that at a pitch that he can hear as he runs away?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's horrific. Take a beat and roll an intimidation plus presence check. Get a +2 bonus for equipment, being yourself.
Not many dice. But it's a success. 1.
He is freaked out. You're just not sure if he's freaked out for the right reasons. Gonna have to work on your monster impression. Do you say you have 2 experience points?
Yeah.
Would you like to spend those 2 experience points to gain an intimidation?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll play to my physical strengths, I guess.
Retroactively roll 2 more dice.
No additional.
No, you're just figuring out the scary thing. You haven't quite got it down yet.
I don't want to scare children. I did get 4 successes on reading Maze.
Oh wow. Okay.
Wow.
So May's foremost thought is, oh my god, these kids are totally gonna mess everything up. They are so dumb. Oh my gosh, they're gonna let this one get away. They could have just eaten that. Oh my god, waste.
Can I tell what May's wisdom is?
May has a wisdom score of 4.
How many is that? Hey, that's my wisdom.
Fantastic. Wow. So that's really great. You 2 are of a mind.
Yeah, I have to remember what that means.
Yeah, man, I have to remember that too. Makes it very hard to contain paradox because that's what you roll to contain paradox. Is everyone else at wisdom 7? Because I know Parallax got the wisdom boost.
Yeah, I'm still at 7 from that little boost.
Mona feels bad when she stabs murderers.
I also have 7.
You're also at 7. So you are all just like upstanding human beings. You're just like nice, wholesome people. That's what your wisdom says. Just a poser if you're trying to be tough. You haven't murdered a bunch of people for fun recently. I mean, you did try to murder Wizard Lincoln. That didn't work out, so Hannah was the real murderer. Again.
Well, I do think we should confront May about this whole steal someone's soul and affix it to your own business.
Yeah, I'm definitely not cool about that. Sounds evil.
Are you bringing that up to May?
Yeah.
Can we walk and talk? I want to go back to the ship.
Wait, what? Why would we walk anywhere? You're a space mage. And they look at Parallax.
Are we going to bring the crazy bug lady back on our ship?
I'm honestly not sure. She is recommending that we steal a soul, which is evil and barbaric in an invasion of pretty much everything that makes
All
someone.
right. Listen, you don't have to steal the soul. You can stay as your weak-souled selves and just suck it up until you die and never achieve your full potential and ascend. It's up to you. In the
Have
meantime,
you stolen a soul, May?
Yeah, can I see what May has as souls with my death sight?
May has one very pristine soul.
Is
Does
it
Mona have two?
Is it all hers?
It is all hers. And what May is saying has some truth because it is very true that your souls and Parallax's soul look kind of withered and almost desecrated and gone. They're on their last legs. You're not sure what that means, but it might mean that you die young.
At least I die beautiful. How does one steal a soul?
Are you asking May?
Yeah.
Well, and before you try it on me, do not steal my soul, any of you, because even though it would be exceptionally good for you in some ways, it would also be very damaging. It's gross and you don't want it. But no, you reach in and you pull it out. You do. You can see them, right?
Is that true? Can I see them?
You can. You're using Death Sight right now.
Okay.
Death magic disconnects souls, and you're a master of death. You can disconnect an awakened soul. You can also consume an awakened soul.
You're a bad influence, May.
But you don't want to consume it. You want to stitch it together with what's left of your soul, making your soul stronger. And then you want to go through a series of trials where you die several times, and then you come out and you keep doing it. Anyhow, I've got high hopes for you all, that's all. You'll make me proud, I'm sure. But I feel that it's pressing that you know that we are in danger of never being able to return home again.
What do you mean?
Well, when you obliterated the timeline, all of that reality is now fragmented for us, and we can't return to it. At present, you've already taken actions when the butterfly effect has changed this entire scenario.
Okay. So
what would you suggest about what we should do going about unfragmenting the timeline? I was under the impression that it was just completely obliterated. It was gone. I didn't realize there was any remnants of it left.
There is a remnant, but that only remnant lies inside of us. As long as we remember our original timeline, we can reconstruct it. We're wizards.
Yeah, sure, but what magic could we possibly do to reconstruct it? Just take a fragment of our imagination and just make it happen?
Well, I have a theory about this. I believe that you could jump this ship further back in time, thereby undoing all of your actions, take no actions, and let the world play out as it would be.
how would leaving this time to go back farther, every time we leave and go back even farther in time, does that mean that the timeline in front of that moment of time is destroyed?
Yes, that's correct.
Oh.
So you could undo everything, a big Control Z. May probably doesn't say Control Z. May probably says a big eraser to time. I'm not a time master, but I unfortunately do know what needs to be done. You're not going to like it.
This. There's so much nega timeline evil cannibal nonsense happening here right now. Like that can't be good for our time.
Oh, it
I've
most
probably
certainly
heard
is
of
not.
everything that's happening.
If you could refrain from using those words, and anyone who wants to can roll an insight plus wits check.
Insight is empathy.
Yeah, that's right. Empathy wits. Yeah, I keep calling it insight. I've been playing Star Wars now.
One success for me.
3 successes.
May winces a little bit. And Hannah, you know May. And when you say that cannibal timeline, May has like a moment where she breaks her cool, calm facade and like has a downturned face and her mouth twitches a little bit and she looks unwell. And she turns back to you.
I have just had a thought about transmissible magical diseases and ticks. Can I use my life sight on May to see if she's hungry?
May's hungry. May's very, very hungry, just the same as you are.
Have I told everyone about that? I don't remember if I did.
You've told them about you, but you haven't told them about May. Do you want to do that right now?
I don't think we know about your hunger either, do we?
What do you want to say to the group?
We can't leave this moment in time and bring our hunger back even farther in time. We're just going to keep moving this transmissible. I don't even know what it is, but you're hungry. I can see it, and I'm hungry, and we can't let that leave this until we fix that. Not by eating, we need to fix it.
We need to undo it. Going back far enough until we can find the seed where it all began. It needs to be eradicated.
But we'll still have it. It won't undo what's happened to us. We bring our time with us.
The entity. Oh, I'm going to regret this, aren't I? Yes, I suppose I am. And you can see as May's flesh begins to rot just all up one side of her face. And she says, it will be weak. It will be weak as it's begun to be born. And May uses an intense amount of life magic to heal that aggravated damage down her face.
Are any of us strong enough to undo curses?
That's fate, right?
Yep.
I might be able to.
Do you want to examine May's fate to see if she is cursed?
Yeah, I keep forgetting I have Fate 4, so might be able to pull something off.
Okay,
So,
good news, bad news. As you look into fate and are examining the element of being cursed, oh boy, you are all cursed. Ethyl is cursed a little bit less than everybody else. And then after that, Hannah is the second most cursed, but Mona and Parallax are like super duper cursed. And it is also true that May is very cursed. And it is also true that Sanjata is very cursed. However, your litmus test, Alora, your bride, completely uncursed, 0 curses. No, wait, there is something, but it's subtler, way subtler.
Is Sinjata on par with being as cursed as Mona and myself are?
You would say Sanjata is cursed, maybe even more.
Oh no.
It's not good. to be Sanjata. Sanjata is, it's like an abyssal curse. There's an abyssal curse on Sanjata. There's an abyssal curse on all of you, but there's an abyssal curse on Sanjata. It's real bad for him.
I think I know why. But just thinking about it is a problem.
You are. You're doing it right now. Oh no, it happened. And so Parallax.
Yeah.
You're on the edge of the lake. And the lake is red. The red lake runneth through your hands as you are stooped low to the water. And in it you see your face reflected back at you, but it's not your face, it's wrong somehow. It's evil Parallax's face. But you're not evil Parallax, right?
It very well could be. Maybe I'm fragmented from the original evil Parallax.
You say to yourself, would you like to, at this point, right now, develop multiple personality disorders for an experience point? And also beats for any potential future problems that this will cause you. This would be an abyssal condition, you should know.
It's tempting, but I'm going to say no.
Okay. Roll resolve plus composure. Or actually, roll your wisdom.
No. I roll 7 dice, right?
Mm-hmm.
One success.
As you reject that narrative and you throw the water down, you can feel yourself being pulled back to your timeline. But as it's happening, you suddenly have this flash of inspiration that you are a master of time. And if you wanted to, you could stay here in the alternate timeline and explore it. The other thing that you realize is that part of you wants to do that.
You know I do. I'm staying. So I got to figure this out somehow. Just gonna stay in the abyss.
Okay, roll time plus gnosis to slow down time.
3 successes.
You've got some time, but you can tell that reality is still being pulled away from you. You can see the ziggurat in the distance, but it's not here. You're not close to it. The Blood Lake is a good deal far. You can tell that there are people, other supplicants like yourself here. And you can also tell that if you want to, you don't have to appear as Nega Parallax. You can summon your time-displaced true body, overwriting this version.
Yeah, I'll do that. I will reveal my true form.
Giving up the disguise of being Nega Parallax, you materialize the arms that were severed into your own arms. Your sleeves become the sleeves you were wearing in 1692, accurate to the time that your body is in another timeline. As you look out into the woods, you can take any actions that you would be able to take.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll fate magic.
Yep.
To see where see where my feet take me. Oh. 4 successes.
You know where they take you.
Right to the tower, huh? Or the ziggurat.
It is a tower in some ways.
Mm.
And you can tell that while there are other courses of fate, smaller lines that you could tread that would still be relevant, the most relevant to your soul lies directly at the top of the ziggurat. And you could warp there right now.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Since time is not on my side, I'm going to warp there. Yeah, I think I need to spend a mana to do that, right?
That's right.
Yeah. 3 successes in warping.
You're there. It's different than you remember it. Most of the scene is being pulled away because it's all being ripped into darkness as you are being pulled back to your reality as this is happening. But you can see that at the top of the ziggurat, there is a massive melee. There is Sanjata alive and well, fighting alongside the other pirates. Actually, I think Ismail's bleeding out at the bottom of the ziggurat, but Annie's here, and there are the guards, and then there's you, and there's Mona, and there's you, and there's you, and there's you. There are a host of parallaxes and nega parallaxes fighting over the rip in reality that you have seen before, the whole torn by nega parallax directly above the ziggurat. And you can see that there is something inside that hole. But before you get drawn into it, you feel the pull of fate to look downwards. And at your last moment atop the ziggurat, you see your old mentor, Anasi, his body pulled apart, but he's still alive. And he looks at you, and his eyes tell you that he expected you and is not uncomfortable. And that's when you return back to your body.
How awful would it be if I decided just to go right back?
Oh man, do you want to know? Do you want to immediately think about the timeline? May's gonna slap your hand. No, stop doing that. Stop thinking about it. All of you, stop thinking about it. Stop thinking about it right now. Oh, God. And it becomes very clear to you that just like Parallax, like phased out for a second, May is phasing out as well. When May thinks about the timeline, May is going someplace, and wherever that place is, it is
Mona's slapping May.
not good.
Stop thinking about it, May.
All right. So, I think that we should just reconstitute our timeline, meet back up there, figure out what our next moves are. You know, be chill.
Do we already know how to reconstitute our timeline?
May is now telling you that you could jump the ship back in time and then not interfere and wipe out all of the actions that you've done here in Salem.
Oh no, we're here on a mission. We're trying to find out who the third person, the third person in the agreement thing is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm not saying this out loud yet, but I'm pretty sure that May / the Nemean is somehow involved. with the secret concordant?
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. She's super powerful.
Yeah, super powerful and two people in one, and was like the hierarch, like the central person of like the Hydra and Numa and all of them. And also she's being real sketchy about wanting to not interfere with what's happening here, which was when the secret concordant was signed. It also has to do with the nega timeline, which yeah. So what Hannah is going to say out loud, they're going to say, even if we go back to reset what's happened here, we have to come back here to fix what's happened to our reality and our timeline. Something goes horribly wrong, and it comes back to here. And I don't think you want us to fix it.
Listen, there's a price to be paid. I need you all still.
Yes, for your own projects.
My projects are all of our projects.
Just don't trust her.
Let's pause right here for a minute. And I want to know what each of you remember / think about May. Ethyl, would you mind going first? What does Ethyl know about May?
Easy. May is a tick that saved Hannah's life and now wants us to take people's souls out of them.
Hannah?
Sorry.
Yeah, no, Ethyl.
Can Ethel have done a thing, by the way, where this whole conversation was happening? Speaking of,
absolutely.
She wants to have tried to take a May's soul out and put it in Sanjata.
Oh, you want to take parts of May's soul?
She told us to. I am just being a good student.
Okay. As you take a bit of May's soul, roll a death gnosis check.
7.
All right. You go in. You take a little bit of May's soul. But as you do, it feels weird and it feels wrong. Roll 2 dice.
A 0 and a 6, or a 10 and a 6.
Okay, so the 10 rolls again. You already have 1 success.
A 9.
And what I can tell you is that you feel like it's a bad idea. As you're about to take this little part of May's soul, you get like a premonition almost through your fate sight that doing this is like pulling the cork off of a grenade, pulling the pin off of a grenade, pulling the cork from a bottle.
Okay. Seemed like a dumb idea anyway. Soul stealing, that is. Dumb.
Yeah, and it also feels like it might be wrong, you feel, as you were about to do that. It would have been fun. And you gain a beat from that. Okay. Hannah, what do you know about May?
Well, May was my mentor, or was Hannah's mentor when they were Dorothy. They were the ones who introduced them to the magical world. Kindly powerful grandmother figure. But when Dorothy was kidnapped and tortured horribly, May, if I remember correctly, like knowingly and purposefully didn't rescue Dorothy.
Maybe didn't rescue Dorothy fast enough. is something you could say, because they did in fact round up the Free Council and get the party to come and save you from the asylum, but they didn't do it fast enough. And there's some question as to, were they actually also responsible for getting you captured because they had advised you to do this thing? It seems that May has been playing your life like a puppet master.
Yeah. And it keeps repeatedly showing up and kind of trying to make me do different things. Like, this is the right thing to do, blah, blah, blah. I know better. And then also has told me that I have a doom.
What is that doom?
It's called the final signature.
A doom?
A doom. One of my obsessions is to understand my doom. And May is not very forthcoming. She's always hiding information, and being a puppeteer is exactly the right way to describe it. And Hannah does not like that.
Mona, dare I ask what you know about May?
Oh, they're also the Nemean at the same time.
Oh yeah, they are also the Nemean, who is the hierarch of Boston.
The Lion Man, like split personality.
Yeah. I just know that, yeah, they're like shape changing and super, super powerful. And definitely knows a lot more than they're letting on, and is a lot more involved in the happenings around us. Like, they see the bigger picture and they're moving us around like pawns.
I feel like May is also like the secret string puller, where the Nemean is like the voice person, and the Nemean was they tried to be kicked out as hierarch. I don't know. There's a bunch of weird political stuff happening around them.
And all of that weird political stuff ended up also involving the cabal that originally owned the time shift, like Numa. Numa was very involved in that.
Yeah, the Numa, the Hydra, Chain Paris, they are all part of.
Chain Paris less so. Chain Paris was actually not about that life.
Okay. Wait, I also have a note here that says Kumiya was the Mastigos part of the circle, and also that Kumiya used to be Elphaba.
No.
No,
Yes.
okay, that's sticking.
No, Kumiya replaced Elphaba. Elphaba
used to be.
had been the Mastigos counselor, but then they disappeared and no one knew where they were. But it was your mom.
My mom.
She was just writing. She didn't want to be bothered.
Yeah. Ooh, and also, sorry, we know a lot about the Nemean / May. Also lived in our house, the Covenant house, which is where that guy in the well lived. The Covenant house was from the Salem witch trials. It also had a mysterious box, which is the box that Mona has on them. So, yeah, totally involved with the Secret Concordant. We know a lot of stuff, and it's not good. May is not on our side.
Did we ever get that box open?
No.
But now you can do all sorts of stuff.
Don't tell May we have the box.
Nah, she's not even coming on our ship.
Well, she doesn't come with us. She's going to be popped out of existence.
I'm actually fine with that.
Same.
maybe May can just open the box for us. They probably know what's in there.
No, I remember doing some Fates magic with the box, and it's like a Pandora's box. I'm pretty sure it shouldn't be opened. I should revisit this box, but when we're outside of May's
Okay.
being.
Well, you remember more about it than I do. I don't remember the Pandora's box thing at all. So maybe for the best.
I have so much to teach you. I hope that you'll take me with you to your ship. We should go there now.
No, you can stay in this town.
I will not do that.
Well, you can stay somewhere else, but you're not coming with us. Sorry.
If you want to make it a fight, it can be a fight, she says. Her body kind of coils.
I'm not making a fight. Are you making a fight?
And she turns into a swarm of gnats that explode outwards over all of you. They start stinging and biting your flesh. What do you all do?
Casting forces.
Hannah, the gnats are not biting you. Yeah, you put up a forces barrier between you and the gnats.
Yeah, I'll do one. Can I reach all my friends?
Yeah, you can put a bubble around you. Roll forces plus gnosis.
Okay.
Can I do a death spell that kills the gnats?
Yes. Roll death gnosis.
2 successes.
With 2 successes, you put up a barrier around you, and Ethyl, how many successes on that death gnosis?
4.
You just obliterate half of these gnats. They're just dissolved.
Hate bugs.
Can I just use life magic to transform her back? Or
You could roll an opposed life check, yes. But you're not sure how strong May is at magic, so you'd have to take a penalty to try to get over her potency of the spell.
okay, what is the penalty?
Is a -4.
Can I use yantras to boost?
You need a single yantra.
I can use one.
Yes.
I'm going to say enough in high speech.
Okay.
So it's only -3.
Yeah. Actually, I think high speech adds +2. So it'll be -2. Technically, it also adds a round to this, but it's so thematic that I'll allow it.
I got 2 successes.
With that penalty is enough, and you floof May back out of this form and into a naked, decrepit form. They're actually quite small, smaller than May even. They are tiny and old. And then they shift back and they re-become the Nemean, nearly 7 feet tall, with a bushy barrel of a chest. They have taken no damage from that death spell, it seems, and they look out at each of you.
Listen, we just don't want you in our clubhouse. This isn't a big deal.
Whichever timeline you reconstitute, I must be there.
Sure, we'll let you know when we leave. Kidding.
Swear it.
Okay, yeah. I say in high speech, I swear to let you know when we're going to go to a new timeline.
Take me with you. You swear to take me with you.
I think we can do that. If we solve the little problem we have in this timeline, then I think we can bring our big cat friend with us. Who's the tiny one? Right.
What?
We bring that size cat.
Is that what you really look like? An old baby?
Like Voldemort.
Yeah.
Once, Long ago, I was weak. I was not in the body that I sought to be. I tried rudimentary forms to alter my appearance, and in doing so was cast out by my society, beaten in the streets, my every bone broken. And that is when I awoke. From that moment on, I have been one thing, the strongest, and I will never stop being the strongest. So when these other forces seek to make me bow to their will, they will fail. And all of this has been in high speech.
Wow.
I think you sound very cool, but you sound like a evil villain backstory. Just as a check-in.
We need villains, as you call them. The world is not so black and white. Which of you is not a villain?
Mona just shrugs. Listen, I know that we are important pawns. Just don't kill us. We'll see you later. And
You are
I'm just
not pawns. You are the kings and queens of this. The most important at this point.
Do you have a non-binary word for king and queen?
Regents. You are the regents of this fate.
And you were playing the chess game, I take it?
Not as successfully as I would like. But yes, I have helped you get here.
Yeah, you know, what's that saying? You get more flies with honey instead of vinegar. You're using a lot of vinegar.
You need to face adversity to be strong. And that's why you're not going to want to hear what I think your next course of action should be.
I mean, we'll hear it, but we might not agree with it. That's fair. That's a fair assessment.
There is information that you are lacking that I cannot tell you, but there is one, a tricky, clever individual who I have met in my travels, who is able to talk more freely about our common foe.
Can you tell us who that is?
They go by the name Anasi, or the Trickster.
Oh, is that the fox? Didn't we meet them?
I mean, that might be difficult.
Yes, it will be. And each of you are not able to do what some of us can do. And that's why you must share your burden with your less enlightened friends. Use the scarred man back on your ship to do it.
You talking about Rex?
Yes. Rex
His name's Rex, yeah.
can help you all do what needs to be done.
Is this related to undoing the concordant, or is this something else that you have in mind?
As you say, the concordant. May has that gray tumor that ruptures up and down her face. She drops to a knee and starts gasping for breath.
Wait, the Nemean turned back into May and then also did that?
Oh man, actually, yes. The Nemean crumples, his massive form becoming May, who then falls to the ground, heaving as their flesh rots as you say the word concordant.
Ooh, I touched a nerve.
Do you really care for me so little, child?
Can I heal her?
Yes, roll life plus gnosis.
I think you have a case of being alive for so long you forgot how to person.
I know exactly how to person. I do it better than everyone else.
Well, I'm telling you, you could work on it, so maybe not.
Opranos, so judgy.
Agree. You're starting to remind me of my grandmother, and that's not a compliment.
I fought your grandmother every day of my life.
Add that connection to our sticky note thing.
I can't. I got locked out of the board. I have to recreate it.
You have a picture of it, though, right?
I do. I can look at it.
Oh, gosh.
Trying to remember all the things I have to write down from this session. It's so many.
Did you by any chance put a person in a well?
What?
Did you ever meet a dragon?
What?
Tiamat. Oh, yeah. The well.
Yeah.
Yes, I know Tiamat. Tiamat put someone in a well, eh?
Yeah.
And they're gonna shift back to being the Nemean, this massive man, as they've regained some life energy from Hannah's spell. And they say, Tiamat was once a member of my cabal, the Ebon Noose. If they took an action, it was to destroy me. But this is as I wanted it, for I needed them to act, to be able to show their hand. Once they did, it all became painfully clear about how they wanted to use you. I suspect that whatever was given to you to bring about my downfall.
We weren't given anything. I'm going to say that in high speech.
It's false.
And it's true because...
No, it's false.
What?
Yep.
But we took it. We weren't given it.
Think about the semantics, and you might get closer to the truth. Can you take what is given?
Did we steal it? I don't remember. It was just, we took it out of just the wall, right?
That's right. It was conspicuously in the wall with a person.
You could say we found it.
Yeah, I can say... No, I say we didn't... I'm trying to say that we didn't find anything.
Oh, that's not true either.
Well, like, no one gave us anything.
That's also not true.
How about what if
no one handed us something?
Yeah, what if
That's
I said
true.
that?
No one handed us something.
Yeah.
That's true.
No one handed us anything. I say
You've
in
already
high
said
speech.
several other things, though.
Dang it. Wait, so was Tiamat always in dragon form when they were part of your cabal?
There was a time that I did not know it, and it's possible they were the entire time. For a long time, they were a trusted friend and advisor. When I learned that they were part of Hydra and that they had been trying to control our destinies and not doing their duty as mages of the Pentacle, I became very disappointed. To know that Tiamat, my friend, would be working with her.
With who?
The head of the Hydra, the corpse, perhaps, looks over at Ethyl.
Are you talking about her grandmother?
That's right. The way that they used the power that you will wield was terrible, irresponsible. You have the chance to wield it wisely.
Does anyone have more questions for Their Excellency?
No, I'm gonna sort of say this out of May's earshot, or try to at least. No, not possible.
You don't think so?
No.
You can say it through your psychic connection through Rex, though.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that's the thing. I'm gonna sort of think that it sounds like this box has the capability of destroying a powerful entity. So instead of using it on May, damn it, we can use it on Nega Parallax. Thoughts?
I think we
Or
need to come
perhaps-
up with a plan on our own when we're back at this ship.
That box could also hold a lot of magical power.
Also, are there
Don't want to give that to Nega Parallax.
my apologies. Are there still more evil parallaxes at large? I thought we got rid of them.
Not eating that. Have it. Oh. Sorry. I'm just keeping it safe.
I think there's just one at the moment.
I can't say for sure.
I think we have to keep him slash her slash they them with us. At least until we get more information, because they clearly can't tell us everything that they know. But I think that maybe Rex could read their mind to get some answers.
Yeah, they are a treasure trove of information, so perhaps it's best that they come with us in the meantime.
Just
Yeah.
don't trust her. Can't we just like
Oh.
take some of their hair and then like summon them when we're ready? That way we can plan in the privacy of our own space.
I don't think it's gonna even matter because May hung out with us the whole time. It sounds like she was always here as a tick, just waiting, biding her time.
Yeah, could have saved us at any moment.
So what's to say we leave and she's not just hiding again?
Yeah. And I think she'd seriously try to murder us if we didn't bring her aboard. I think we need her, but not necessarily to complete her goals.
Yeah, I mean, if you think that's the only way.
I don't trust her though.
Are you all having a psychic conversation right now? You're very quiet.
No. Yes. I think we're going to have to help each other out, not necessarily go right with your plan.
Yes, of course. I'm here to watch you make your mistakes. I wouldn't dream of influencing your actions beyond advising you what I think you should do. Simple advice from a mentor to a mentee. Mentees, you're all sort of like my children.
I don't think I like that. I think that I stopped being your mentee hundreds of years from now.
Of course, of course. Then just a friend.
Do friends attack their friends with angry bee bugs?
Yes.
No.
It obviously shows from the evidence that they do. I've attacked a lot of people that I consider to be my.
The answer here is no.
Right. Well, we do have one short-term problem. We have a lot of long-term problems, but one short-term problem is a bunch of newly awakened Christian terrorists going to probably murder the people that we were trying to help. Maybe destroying the world somehow, because they've got a creepy, bad person, he who must not be named, in the basement of one of their houses. Do you have any tips for that, May? Besides murdering them?
Oh, well, that was going to be my number one tip. What you do here doesn't really matter. You've already muddied it all up. The timeline's lost, so I don't know. Nothing wrong with destroying the entire town if you see fit.
How is your wisdom the same as mine?
It's because they've been alive for so long. Pretty sure they lost some of their humanity along the way.
How old are you, May? That's a good point. How old are you?
I am not older than 200 years.
Can I tell if she's lying?
Yeah, you can try. No, you can't.
Just use life magic to figure out how old she is. Like, actually,
her body is weird. It's like it doesn't show its true age. They just rewrite their form with life magic all the time.
They did have that super tiny old body.
Yeah, you're not sure why you saw that. Because normally May should have returned back to whatever body they had chosen as their body. It's strange they would be revealed in that case. You think it might have something to do with the fact of how weak they are right now.
That happened when I said secret concordant, right?
That's right. That's right. Have you put the pieces together yet? Have you put the pieces together? It's right here. When May hears secret concordant, May experiences the pain and horror of going to the other timeline.
Oh, yeah, because the concordant is... Wait a minute. Is the concordant with the other timeline? Oh no. What
is it?
What if... Oh no.
Ask May. Ask May.
She's gonna die if we say it. What if the Prince of 10,000 Leaves is the third signature?
Oh, dang.
As you think about the Prince,
Oh,
10,000 Leaves, through your psychic connection, there's a twang through the mind magic that you can pick up on. The Prince reaches out and into Hannah, and through Hannah reaches into all of you and says, "Why, of course, would you like to see the signing? All we have to do is make you freeze!" And all of you are under the effect of an abyssal time spell, Parallax. I'm going to need you to roll Time Gnosis to reflexively oppose it. Time magic is not going to work here, Mona, because it is not true magic. You can tell that the God Machine, it's as if someone was just taking a saw and cutting out a slice of the gears all around you. And it drops out and it breaks the rest of the machine around you, and the whole lake flashes and becomes Blood Lake, the lake that Parallax was looking at, as this area is now an abyssal verge.
Oh. Oh
You figured it out.
no.
We did it!
I think that's a beat. Anyhow, Parallax, successes on that roll.
I got 7.
Wow. So you can tell that this being is pulling you down into something in time. It's not the other timeline. It's something else. It's like it's eating your time. It's trying to like just consume your very essence by eating all of your years away. And you resist that. It would have aged you until you were old people. And it would have kept you frozen for that amount of time, completely missing the Salem witch trials. But you cleverly divert it. With your exceptional success, you manage to make it think that it succeeded in annihilating you, when you have instead slipped its grasp and teleported to a location of your choice.
I guess I'll bring everyone back to the ship.
All right, you're at the door to the ship, and when you say everyone, do you include May?
Ooh. I don't.
Okay. Do you include Sanjata?
I include Sinjata and Alora.
Of course you include Alora.
Of course.
I leave Alora and May behind. Good
Just
luck,
want to make
kid.
sure we all remember that she was there.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that it's good that you bring Alora. And Alora did not like May. Alora got some real weird vibes off of that shape changer. But yeah, you're back at the scaly exposed surface of the time snake. And as you arrive, fire begins to rain down on you. Celestial awakened fire. As many Obermost mages begin to cast fire spells upon you, burning their very souls with abyssal tainted magic to kill you. You recognize the men from the lake. What do you want to do?
Wow.
It's been a day.
God, I don't even know what to do. It's just raining hellfire. There's a bunch of people dying to do it. Is there anyone sort of leading the pack, or
You can't immediately tell now.
Yeah,
You actually can't even see where all the people throwing fire are coming from. They're just like they were focused on this wall that they can apparently sense, and they were just firing magic
yeah. I'm just gonna
at you
try
when you
to
appeared there.
play defensively and protect the ship.
Okay, with what kind of magic?
And we use fate to make it
Yeah.
narrowly miss.
Roll fate plus gnosis. In the meantime, everybody else, you all had that experience. You saw Parallax save you. Parallax, what did it look like when you saved everyone from that abyssal timeline tear?
Oh. Honestly, they didn't see much. It was they felt the grasp of the prince trying to freeze them and shunt them towards another timeline, and then it was just a brief flash of white, and then we were in front of the ship. There's a very brief, sporadic interchange.
And now you're being attacked. What do you do?
Are they all like clustered nearby?
They're pretty spread out.
Do we have enough time to get on the ship?
You have a master of time.
Great.
How big an area is Salt the Earth?
So that depends. What rank spirit spell is it?
It's life 5.
So if you were an arc master, you could do it at a bigger range, a bigger area. Right now it's just one little area. What does it say is the target?
It says an area or an individual.
Yeah, so it's typically just an individual. If you want to make it an area, then you'd have to overreach.
Okay. I was gonna try and target like all of them at once.
Yeah, that'd be way overreach.
Yeah. I can't get the paradox down low enough, and also that is a lot of murder. Like Hannah is.
Oh yeah. Oh man, it's like a wisdom 1. You're right. You're doing it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I am going to use life force assault though.
On like a guy. Yeah, roll that. Mona, do you want to open the door to the ship? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. This hellfire, is it dangerous to the ship? I know it's got protections and stuff.
You know, with Parallax's fate spell, it doesn't even seem to be hitting the ship at this point.
Okay,
You
yeah.
also feel like if they could break in, they might have done so already because they were here before you. Because someone told them about the time ship.
I told Rex to move it. Gosh.
Rex can't move the time ship unless you're all on board.
Okay, but I mean, Rex would have told us if they broke into it. We're connected via brain. So yeah, I'm gonna grab your wife, Parallax. Come on, let's go, and bring her inside the ship with me.
Okay, either everyone is going to have to roll dexterity plus athletics checks to get inside before they are hit by fire, or Parallax is going to roll a time gnosis spell.
I imagine you do like a psychic link, sort of tell me to do all that stuff. Because I guess I could be down to, but I'm afraid if I stop deflecting the fireballs.
Nope, you can do 2 things at once. Easy.
Oh, I can.
What's your gnosis?
5.
You can do 5 things at once.
Oh, cool. Well, I'm
Yeah,
doing
you're
it.
strong these days.
Doing it. Four successes and time magicing people in there.
It's just enough for you to get inside without anybody getting hit. The door slides closed behind you, and you're in the modularium. Rex is there with a pile of selected books, and it doesn't look like anything's wrong. You've arrived back at base, and you're safe again. Everybody, take a beat for arriving home. Trevor, take a beat for saving everyone from the prince. Everybody takes a beat because you figured out that the prince was intimately connected with the secret concordant. And yeah, I think you resolved a supernatural conflict. Everybody take a beat for that and your interactions with May. And did May tell you anything groundbreaking that would be worth a beat? You solve a supernatural mystery besides for the prince thing?
I guess the only thing I really think of is how the timeline is salvageable.
Timeline is salvageable. Take a beat. Everybody takes a beat. And yeah, anybody do aspirations or obsessions?
I got get back to ship.
Yep. Take another beat. Change your aspiration.
I got closer to what is the concordant.
Yeah, I think you do take another beat for that.
I'm not closer to stopping being hungry, so I know someone else is. And I'm no closer to understanding my destiny. I would really like to not leave May here.
We're not leaving just yet. And
No.
also, Mona did a pact with May that we would not leave without them. So
Nope.
unless
I specifically said I'll let you know before we leave. I didn't say you're coming with us.
We need to have a conversation with them before we leave. Or
Well,
I can
yeah.
use fate to
I'll just send like a message. Yeah. I didn't say in what medium.
It was very clear what May wanted, and you may betray your trust. Break more oaths. That is what you do.
Also, I think we should give the ship to the Native Americans here. What's the band?
The Dawnlands.
Yeah, we should give it to the Dawnlands.
Yeah, the Dawnlands are several tribes that have gathered together, including the Abenaki, who are the ones that you mostly have been treating with.
And if we give the time ship to them, we'll also have to just live on the time ship forever.
I mean, we can create whatever we want on the time ship. It's just our 4 lives for a whole group of people.
I'm not opposed to giving them the ship, but maybe after we solve the world-ending problem. Yes. I don't want anyone else touched by abyssal mind teleportation curses.
It's been wonderful gaming with you all. A pleasure to see you. And yeah, I know that we've got some fans who are really appreciating the content that we're creating. And we've got a really lovely Discord of folks from all around the world playing Mage now. I have successfully started 3 new storytellers to start running Mage games, which is so fun. I am very excited to continue to tell this story with you all because you're all such great humans and great characters.
Thank you for DMing.